Alrighty, boys and girls, I've got a little story for you before this video. This is actually the second one that I'm recording today because a funny little occurrence happened in the first one. So I came on, playing middle of the afternoon because that's when I have my lunch breaks, that's when I play. And I went into server browser, every server's empty, and I'm like, oh no, can't see any official servers. And I know that you can join official servers from server browser because that's how I've stream sniped people and there's no one on. Look at Twitch, less than 20 people watching. Go into a game and there's literally 4 people on my team, 5 people on the other enemy team. And I am just shredding the game because parties still don't work. Obviously, everyone that was in my game had really high ping, so it was like they're in the wrong ping. As you can see, my customizations have stopped working. So I was like, yep, this is trash. I think I'm done with the game. And then I realized when I was editing it and watching back, just to say I had a few swears I wanted to bleep out, I'd clicked the 64 new playlist. And yeah, the 64 new playlist is absolutely dead with no one in it. So yeah, I'd accidentally joined the dead queue, which I don't know why it's dead, but it is. And there was no players, so I was like, yep, game's dead, GG. So yeah, I all had that uploaded, and I looked back through it just to make sure everything was okay. And then I saw I had joined the dead queue, so yeah, there's the tidbit of the day. Honestly, my mild standpoint still stands. I know I put a video out yesterday where basically my reaction was meh, and some people were furious. Most people agreed. It's still more people agreeing than not agreeing. There was no constructive criticism against it. There was one guy who's going, my ballerina, and there was that never happened. You can watch all my old videos. That was never possible. You don't come in here being a toxic, hyperbolic idiot just because you were trash at the game and now it's dying. You're furious. Like, this isn't the channel for you. Just leave. But yeah, there's no real constructive criticism. I see a lot of people got held by the YouTube filter, and the YouTube's holding them there because obviously they're not adding anything. If you edit your message, you can get through that, but I don't manually approve stuff because, well, I don't moderate my channel. But yeah, but most people agree. Like the skill gap is down. The game's a lot more boring now. It was better at launch, and honestly, the game is probably gonna die. And then we'll see a few updates, and hopefully there'll be a revival in the year's time when this game's allowed to come to Steam, because parties still don't work. I still can't invite friends. I watched a streamer that I like, and he had to reset his game 5 times to invite 2 out of 3 people. And the third guy just never got in because it still wasn't working. Yeah, see, the problem that I have with swing manipulation is two-handers can't fight a defensive one-hander. It's just not possible. Because they're so slow, you can counter-react to everything. And now that you can't excel and drag, you can't even play around it. Someone who is on your skill level with a one-hander, you're never going to get through their defense, because equal skill, they're always going to beat you, so they just have the superior weapon. It's like, reach doesn't matter, because these start up so slow, you can just get in on people. And when you know what you're doing with that sort of stuff, there's no, without swing manipulation, there's no play to it. Like, I tried doubling my DPI from 800, 1600, and I changed my sensitivity to 10, and it made no difference. The turn cap's there, so people that I'm still seeing people do those crazy spins, and I have no idea how they're doing it. It's still exactly the same as what it was. The people that could do it still can, and the people that couldn't do it now just have been nerfed even harder. So the normal players have been punished because some people were finding a way to manipulate the game that had nothing to do with sensitivity. However, how they were doing it, no idea. I was never able to do it. You can go back through and check all my old videos. I never did it. Never could do it. But, oh my god, this, I don't know, like, you can't feel it, but this is incredibly laggy. There's a lot of stuttering. This isn't my recording, by the way. Any lag and stutters you're seeing is actually happening for me in-game. And it's nothing to do with my setup. I'm on a Ryzen 9 on an RTX 3070. And yeah, I've got like 32 gigs of RAM. I've got a good quality machine. But yeah, this game, oh my god, the server's trash. Like, it's so laggy. There's huge input delay. It's, oh my god, it's so stuttery. I'm on an SSD as well. So it's like, there's nothing more I can do here. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, they've made the game easier, but they've nerfed any semblance of skill. And that's the main problem that I have here, is people that were good are no longer as good as they were. Like, they'll still top the leaderboard every game. People who were topping the leaderboard are still going to do it. They just can't 1v6 as easily. But the turn cap's only on attacks. So you can still spin just as fast to block and counter everything as you could before the update. So they've made the game less aggressive and more defensive. So this is now a turtle meta. That's what I don't like. And I know a lot of people are blood-belching vaginas, and they'll hear any mild criticism of a multi-billion-dollar company, and they will just lose their goddamn minds. Like, you can give the most lukewarm take of, I'm not having fun. And these guys will lose their shit. Like, but it's like, it's such a bad take. Like, a defensive meta is not an enjoyable game. Like, look at For Honor. For Honor died in the first month that it was out because essentially the meta was playing Conqueror, you block counter and you get a free stab. And that's how you won. That's how the guys won the tournaments. And it was just boring. And they had to spend years making the game better to get their player base back. And honestly, I want to play this game now. I don't want to wait 3 to 5 years for this game to be playable again, because they decided that because too many people on Reddit complained about Ballerina, which you never saw. You would see 1 in 5 games of someone that could do that, and that had nothing to do with mouse sense. It had nothing to do with sensitivity, because even on max, I couldn't spin like that. Whatever they were doing, if they're people that can still do it, and that's not what anyone is arguing for. People were arguing it to be able to drag and excel so they could counter. There's the word. They could counter people just spamming slash with one-handed. And now because you can't track with overheads and stabs, essentially, it's like the game has just been dumbed down to you just spam slash, spam slash, and if you can get a feint from a slash into a jab, you do it, or if you can get a feint to a kick to break their guard because they're now just blocking. Like, I don't see many people countering at all anymore. It's all just riposte. So people just block and then they swing back, block, swing back, and then they sometimes go for a kick. It's like these people. It's like running through killing them. I didn't even stop to get everyone. But these guys, they would have been dead before. Like, these guys are always going to be bad at the game. They're always going to be a free kill. It's just that now I have to play... It's forcing me to play more of my team, and which means that objectives become a lot harder to push and take because you can't do it solo. So you need a coordinated team, which ironically means that you want to play with friends, which you still can't do. Parties still don't work on PC. You still don't have crossplay between PS4 and PS5 version. You actually have to downgrade to PS4 version to play with your friends there. You can't crossplay from console to PC, and it's so bad. And every update, the servers get worse. Every update, the hit detection gets worse. They've increased the forward block to be almost 180 degrees. So to be able to get behind people's guard, you almost have to be completely behind them. The block angle should not be that wide. It was fine as it was at launch. Like, I had no issues turning my mouse to keep my block on. Like, I shouldn't block everyone that's currently on my screen. Like, there has to be some counterplay. Like, you can't expect to dumb down this game this much and it will survive. It's like, this guy here, like, there's nothing to do. His weapon's slower because he's using the X-Axe and I'm just using the War Axe. And because of that, like, and then that guy's using the Dane Axe, so it's faster than my axe. So it's just like speed just wins now because there's nothing you can do. You can't excel manipulation. You can't bait people. You can't drag people to bait out an attack to counter them. You've literally just got to counter, feint, hope they don't see your counter feint and they just try to blindly counter slash again. Or you've got to feint into a kick, which you can't do from a counter, which is annoying, which you used to be able to be able to break their guard. So they're trying to remove every tech and level of skill increase that you get, and I don't enjoy that. I think it's rather boring. And it's sad because I want this game to be good, because I want something to play until September 28th. Because once New World comes out, I'm disappearing to play that, and as long as Amazon don't mess that up, I'm probably not going to come back to Chivalry for a long while. Unless Amazon does an Amazon just makes the game terrible, then I'll probably just go play something else. Maybe I'll play Narikata or whatever, that new Melee BR. It looks interesting. But as you can see, look how boring this fight was. Like, it was literally just, I was going for counters, he wasn't, he was just holding blocks, then I go for a kick and I win. Before, I wouldn't need to kick at all, because I could swing manipulate and punish his counter swing. But now I can't. It's like here, this 1v3, it's like I could have easily won that before if I could just have the 180 turn that I used to be able to do. And I used to have to make a big arc. Like, I have a big mouse pad, and I used to have to go from almost from the left to the right, which is almost the length of a keyboard. And I would have been able to hit that guy behind me, and it would have been fine. I would have countered the 2 in front of me, and I'd hit the guy behind me, and it would have been like, that's what he gets for not trying to poke or to overhead. And that would be their fault for using just spamming slash. But it's now they're rewarded for just spamming slash because all they have to do is just walk around you. Now, if I had just then blocked the guys in front and then turned and blocked, there was nothing they could have done. I could have just kept choosing when to block and when to counter to get my stamina back until I reposition. So I could have spent longer turtling to reposition to do better. But I don't want to play a defensive game like that. It's not as enjoyable. Like, I'm hoping the devs realize, because the player base is plummeting. Most of the servers are dead. No one's watching this on Twitch. You still can't party. People are just quitting. This lag is insane. Like, you can see how much this stutters. Like, I normally have 200 FPS on this game, but the game is stuttering like crazy. And people are just quitting because of it, because people remember Chivalry 1. People remember Torn Banner took their money and they ran. Then they know that they're not a good game developer. Like, even like the pros who went on for like Chivalry, who got known from it, who played Twitch. See, look, I couldn't even drag his feet. That was something that I used to do. So now, look, I'm just having to, it's like, I'm not having to play harder, but I can't win this as easily because, no, stop it. See, I just have to morph because I can't fight both of them at the same time, which is just annoying. That time I just missed the swing, that was my fault. But, like, that's something, I would have been easily able to take that fight before, because I would have been able to drag and excel, so that way, for being better than them, I'm rewarded. Whereas in that case, I'm punished because all they're doing is spamming one attack, but because they're spamming 2 different attacks, I can't defend from both of them. And it's like the argument for, but it makes the game more casual. Like, that, so? Like, if your casual players have already quit the game because they can't play with their friends, why do you need to dumb down the game to make it more casual? Who are you trying to appeal to? Because then the players that are left are like, well, I was better than I was at launch than I am now, and I'll never be able to improve because there's literally no skill ceiling. I've already am the best in the game because I can do the 3 attacks. There's no swing manipulation, there's no reason to duck, there's no reason to jump, there's no skill coming in from counters or feints or anything. It's just wait for someone to make a mistake defensive turn. Like this guy, look, it's just spamming, and he's fine. Like, I stood there trying to jab him, and you can't jab. And he's just spamming attacks, and the jabs now, because they don't track, because I can't turn as he's moving, I can't jab him, so I couldn't get my jab on him to interrupt his attack. The jabs were essentially useless there because they have turn cap. Like, why does the jab have turn cap? Just put the turn cap on the slashes. Leave the jabs, kicks, overheads, and thrusts alone. Like, why is that so complicated? Like, okay, you don't know why people are doing 360-degree spins, which I never saw. It was never an issue, and you could still counter them, you could still feint them, you could still kill them just as easily. It had no advantage, other than the fact that people that would run like a mindless bot into someone's back couldn't just spam left click. That's all that this turn cap has done, is stopped, and it's just made the game a more defensive turtle game. But yeah, if anyone actually has a valid defense, please post it. Like, save the insults and the toxicity for someone who cares. But just, if you have a valid criticism, I would like to see it. I'm glad they took the turn cap off Froze, so I could at least do that. But it's just like, these engagements, they feel too simple. It's like, people used to criticize Dark Souls PvP for being boring, and I used to have fun with that. And this is now more simple than, like, Dark Souls PvP was. Because there's no text, there's no mechanics, it's just pick one of 3 attacks, and, yeah, just sometimes kick if all he's doing is holding guard. Meh. I like a high skill ceiling game. It's like, why do you think COD got so boring? Because when they made it cross-platform, they realized that controller players did not stand a chance against PC. They just couldn't keep up. So they put aim assist so high it is borderline aimbot. And anyone who says otherwise is lying through their teeth. It's why the entire comp scene and every competitive streamer uses a controller. Because aim assist is so strong in that game that you're at a disadvantage from using it. Same with Apex, same with Fortnite. There is no reason not to use aim assist because it is literally aimbot. And it's like, I had someone who's one of I won't name and shame him, but he's a top search and destroy sniper. And he was saying that, oh, it's not there. So I got him to turn off aim assist, and I just destroyed him in a 1v1, and there was nothing he could do. So he put it back on, and I was like, do you want to know something even funnier? Because the aim assist is stronger because all it does is slow down on the sniper rifle. It's not as like the sticky aim that you have on like SMGs and assault rifles. But I told him if you swap to an iron sight sniper rifle, can you see how much this game is stuttering and lagging? This is not my setup. This is the server. But anyway, yeah, so I showed him that if I swap to an iron sight and swap to precision on there, all I have to do is hold your general direction, and as soon as I see my aim slow down, I quick scope and fire, and I can actually shoot him through walls before he comes around, because the game's telling me that he's coming around, and it will stick to him as he steps out. So I was just wiggle peeking and destroying him like that. It was hilarious. He was not happy. But yeah, this input lag is insane. Like, I don't mind that there's no bots anymore. Like, I'm fine with that. Like, you don't need them in 64 mode. Maybe sometimes in 40 mode to pad numbers, or if there's not enough people on servers. Like, that game I played that had like 5 people. But, yeah, some guys are saying left side, so I'm going left side. Let him know. But yeah, I think this game right now has an archer meta. Like before, archers weren't as much of a problem, but I think because it's so much easier for them to be defensive, because you can't have one person just push through your whole team like they could before, so you can just camp at the back with a crossbow or an archer and just pick up kills. You're probably going to top of the leaderboard every time you do that. It's like that. See, I'm like that. That's what people call ballerinaing. But notice, it wasn't my attack that I spun there. It was my guard, and then I just attacked after I spun. So anyone else looking's like, oh, that guy's a helicopter. Beep, 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 beep. But it's not. It's just that I can spin my block. They're going to have to add a turn cap to blocks to be able to get rid of what they're trying to get rid of. Also, I just saying thanks to the guy who set the spike trap and got me trapped there as I was trying to get out to heal, so then I couldn't move and then I got killed. Like, thanks team. Thanks. That was basically a team kill. You might as well just stab me yourself, save the other guy the effort. It's still annoying. I still can't play with friends. I convinced 5 people to buy this game and we can't party up, and they've just not played it because of it. They don't want to play solos because it's trash. Just mowing down crossbow guys. See, that one-handed guy, like, people using one-handers, like, that is so strong. There's not really much you can do about it unless I make mistakes. Oh my god, I was trying to cancel my swing to go into a block there, but the game is stuttering so hard with so much input delay, I really couldn't. Yeah, that guy always nice to be appreciated. That's the guy that probably got me killed. See, giving him some friendly engagement because he wasn't a douche about it. Some people, you get any form of criticism, they lose their goddamn mind. Yeah, I see you in the comments. See, I hold block, and now I can 1v3 again. I just have to be a boring turtle. It's not a fun playstyle. I like to play aggressively, and they've just taken away the aggression. Oh! Huh! Nice! At least they fixed that. The forward spawn mechanic works better now. I honestly thought we were going to hold these guys at the gatehouse, but I started messing around and dying. But I imagine we'll be able to defend them here, because they weren't showing much. Like, see that guy? That guy probably thought I ballerina, but I didn't. I just ran past him, I turned, and then started my swing. Whereas before, I would have just swung through, and I would have hit him sooner. So it's not like anything... Oh my god, it's so stuttery! Oh my god! Oh my god, can you see this? Is it just because I'm playing, I feel it? Like, is this visual to you guys? Like, bleh, bleh. Hate it.
This is not.
It's so bad. Like, people who say that there are no issues with this game are out of their goddamn mind. I am seeing this stutter. I'm having 3 to 5 seconds of input delay. Stutter, stutter. There's no one even here. I'm just walking. I can start my machine. Like, I know how to look through my log files and see if there were any issues. There aren't. See, thing. Oh, see, look. I did actually. That's because I didn't get the counter, but. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, good thing I wasn't ballerinaing then, because ballerinaing there would have made it so much easier. Because that's what people want when they're saying that turn caps are a problem. It's not because they can't precision aim their thrusts or overheads. Like, yeah. Well done, boys. Well done, boys. No more ballerinas. You're mad. Was the ballerina with you in the room, like, right now, before he got nerfed? Some of the new shields look good, but I wouldn't know because cosmetics don't work, and I'm not going through deleting files in my Siege folder. Imagine the official fixes. Yeah, we messed up the game by last update. You have to manually delete files. Yeah, fantastic solution. Absolute clowns, the developers.
See if you can bring any.
Seriously, if I could get a refund, I would. Like, if they start up a class action lawsuit before, like, because now that they've patched and changed the game and the gameplay, it's not what was originally sold. There's a very good chance that we could easily get away with a class action lawsuit to get a refund. If I see one, I'm signing up. No, I'm not going to start one myself because I'm not an activist. But if I see one, I'm like, yep, I want my $50 buckaroos back. Manlit. Manlet. Oh, look at this starter. Like, imagine having a good game on launch and taking like several months to actually get the patch out, and then the 2 patches you do release make the game worse. Like, it breaks servers, party system gets worse, the actual gameplay gets changed to be for the worse. God, if I realised that they were going to do this, I would have played this game so much more at launch so I could have a good time for longer. I should have had like a month of stored up videos just ready to go. I would have streamed 10 hours a day and just uploaded each match 1 a day. So at least I could remember the good times. Before the patches came for us. Oh, sorry guys, that was 2 minutes. If you notice, I'm not even bothering checking the leaderboards, but it's probably just going to be an archer at the top now. Because I'm not out here getting loads of 1v6s. But, super happy that they patched the heal glitch. Really happy about that. Oh yeah, and Spear's back in. I used to get loads of comments asking, but where's the spear? Where's the spear? Yeah, they took it out for like 1 patch to take away its slash, so now you can only thrust with it. So it's back. Yeah, that guy. That guy would have been like even deader from a ballerina, right? God. You know what? I've made a decision. I'm going to install Borderlands 2, and I'm probably going to stream that later. I'm just going to... I've never played Borderlands 2 on PC. I played it to death on console. Oh my god, look at this connection. Did I just get 2 tapped by crossbows? Well, the crossbow did 98. Something else must have been. So you have 175 health as a knight. I'm just checking it's not, like, not me. Before anyone says it. Oh, look, the run glitch is back. Yeah, just before anyone's like, but it's just your setup. So let's see if anyone else is getting stutters. Oh yeah, look at this guy, look at this guy. Dead. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened there. I started the swing. I think his swing disconnected earlier, but I wouldn't be able to tell if the game froze. Also, someone said if one-handers are the meta, you'd only see knights and footmen. Mostly, everyone here is a knight or a footman, and the few vanguards I have seen are using one-handers. So, and even like people who are like, oh, Messer's OP. Apparently, more people are using Messers now than ever. That's what Torn Banner said when they released their little Twitter update. Oh my god, I'm trash. Oof. Oh look, that's a Vanguard. He's using the Greatsword. So there's one Vanguard and like 63 Knights and or others. Actually, yeah, let's see how the Danax is, because I haven't used it since the 2 patches. Let's give it this little swing. Oh! It's fast! Wait, is that just me, or is this faster than the War Axe now? Oh! Oh, boys, maybe there is a reason to play a Vanguard. So you can use a Danax. Like, I think it's faster. Yeah, I was able to overhead before he was able to thrust with that one-hander. Maybe the Danax is back on the menu. Because if they've removed the turn cap, you might be able to double Danax still. Like, it's not going to one-shot archers, so that's not what it's going to be useful for. And yes, it will kind of suck being, like, 2-shot by everyone in the game playing a Vanguard. Actually, no, wait, there's 2 Vanguards. There's 2 right here. Yeah, there's one. Wait, it's using Greatsword, though. Of course you'd want to use Greatsword. It's, like, the best... Well, it was the best 1vx weapon. I have no idea if it's even usable now. But yeah, it's like... That guy was just holding blocks, because... That's all you can do in the 1vx now, is just hold block. And then one person kicks and you're dead. It's like, goodbye, skill, goodbye. I still think it's boring. Like, I'll try to relearn to like the game, but I'm going to have to suck so much copium and just pretend that I have no critical thinking to do this. But, yeah, meh. I didn't even, like, be in most of the fights, and somehow I'm still, like, top of their team, second of my team, and the guy who's top of our team was probably an archer, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people agreeing with my take, so, meh.